And I'd now like to invite Dr. Elaine Byrne from the Policing and Community Safety Authority to give her opening statement.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. I would like to thank the Chair and members of the committee for the invitation to meet with you today. My name is Elaine Byrne. I'm Chairperson of the Policing and Community Safety Authority, and I'm joined today with Helen Hall, our Chief Executive. By way of background, the PCSA was established on the 2nd of April 2025 under the Policing, Security and Community and Safety Act 2024. We are an independent statutory body responsible for the oversight of An Garda Síochána in respect of the delivery of policing services. We consist of an authority of 9 members supported by an executive team under the CEO, and we are the successor organisation of the Policing Authority and the Garda Síochána Inspectorate. Our core objective is to oversee and assess the performance of An Garda Síochána in providing policing services to communities across Ireland. In respect of the introduction and use of AI and other emerging technologies in policing, we recognise that the overarching legal framework and pivotal decisions on whether and how to utilise them are primarily matters for the Oireachtas through the establishment of underpinning legislation. Thereafter, the manner in which they are introduced and given operational effect is the prerogative of the Garda Commissioner, the Garda Board, the Department of Justice, Home Affairs and Migration, and wider government. Our involvement in this process is through the provision of informed advice on policing matters and as a statutory consultee. As the independent oversight body, our primary role in this space is to monitor the implementation and use of these systems by An Garda Síochána in the provision of policing services. As such, our strategy for 2026 to 2028 contains a priority action to scrutinise the adoption of new and evolving technologies by An Garda Síochána to ensure that their use is appropriate and proportionate. In practice, we will place a key focus on the way that the use of AI is consistent with the statutory functions of An Garda Síochána and policing principles, namely that its use is necessary, proportionate and lawful, that it protects, vindicates and doesn't inappropriately infringe on human rights, that it supports the effective administration of justice, that it is understood by and considers the experiences of the public and is undertaken in an ethical and professional way. We are also closely following international policing research, developments and best practices to inform our work. Current and future AI adoption is a critical matter for society, with all sectors currently grappling with its potential benefits, risks and impacts. Its introduction largely a case of when rather than if. So policing is no different. But considering using AI in the context of policing is different, given that the power that is vested in police services, in particular given that An Garda Síochána is both a national police and security service, there are heightened considerations to be given to the safeguards and governance around its introduction and use. The adoption of AI by An Garda Síochána has already commenced and is likely to be further facilitated through new and planned legislation such as the Recording Device Amendment Bill and that concerning live facial recognition. We recognise that emerging technologies, including AI, can of course have significant benefits for policing and the service that is offered to the public, including victims of crime. Emerging technology can assist in the prevention, investigation and detection of crime. It can also contribute to the more efficient management of the Garda organisation. It is also important to remember that AI and emerging technology can be, and currently is, utilised and exploited by those engaged in criminality and those who seek to threaten the security of the state. This can include the spread of mis- and disinformation, the creation of illegal images, and the execution of widespread cyber fraud activity. In that regard, policing must be adequately prepared and equipped to respond to evolving criminality. In these contexts, we seek to prioritise the rollout of emerging technology, We need to be clear and realistic on where and when emerging technology such as AI might provide a benefit to policing, rather than engaging in its adoption for adoption's sake. We believe at present that focused consideration needs to be given to the following: the key learnings and experiences that Ireland can draw from other policing jurisdictions that have been early adopters, the necessary legislative and policy infrastructure that might be required to facilitate its introduction and govern its use, and the clarity that exists within An Garda Síochána and is communicated to the public as to when, how and within the parameters the technology will be used, the way in which it can be used to vindicate human rights and provide an enhanced policing service for the public and for victims, and indeed the capacity within An Garda Síochána to adopt the technology. In that context, in setting the policing strategies for 2026 to 2028, we, the PCSA, have sought that An Garda Síochána publishes a clear, accessible and transparent framework that sets out the safeguards that they will use when considering, introducing and using emerging technology. This will continue to be a priority area for oversight in the coming years, and we welcome the opportunity to discuss that with you today. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Elaine. So we're now going to members for questions.